Hello, and welcome to our Lore Dump, a community tradition where we discuss interesting features of our homebrew universe. Today we will be discussing one of the oddities of the universe New Embrace, the Primordial siblings. As a note, although we are using the Wildemount and Tal'Dorei books in our game, we are not canon to Critical Role's universe or any of their affiliations, and have changed several features. If you'd like to know more, please check out our previous lore dump called EXANDRIA's Adaptation. Now, let's get to it. The first of the ancient primordials in Exandria, discovered by our Tal'Dorei group, was in the southern reaches of the Stormcrest Mountains in Tal'Dorei. A removed community of dwarves had a powerful forge that was fueled by the shedding scales of a fire elemental seed. This seed was referred to as Solta Tren, or seed or flames in Dwarvish. Solta Tren is a seed of an ancient primordial that had affinities towards fire and flora. Once a ruling force of nature in Exandria, was slain during the Age of Arcanum. The reason I am mentioning this is because many primordials, like Sultan Tren, were hunted by the mages of Arcanum, and that led to the creation of the primordial siblings. Mages from this era were tired of the ruling magic, that is, divinity, and were working tirelessly to produce new, stronger magic to combat the gods. One group of mages in particular were a family of Goliaths called Mercy Weth. That is Merci apostrophe Weth. And, well, that's because this is not going to get that right at all. Mercy Weth was the leaders of the School of Transmutation during its infancy and used these primordials to transmute their essence into rare and powerful magic. Though the magic was incredible, it was also untamable. Many of Mercy Weth died in brutal accidents when harnessing this magic, leaving the few that survived with little more idea of how to control it. Among the remaining members of this family were a trio of siblings, though I will not tell you their names yet. They tried to focus this magic into powerful gems in order to tame it, thus creating the augmentation system of Exandria. For once, the Mercy Weth were successful in trapping the natural raw magics into a source. However, they couldn't figure out how to filter the magic in a controlled manner. A far traveler met with the family in their home and suggested using objects as the catalyst for this power. This notion was strange, and before they could inquire as to the motivation behind it, the traveler had vanished already. Naturally, and curious, the siblings tried using objects. And as you may have guessed, it failed. The objects simply connected the magic from the augment into their bodies, and each of the siblings were destroyed by the surge of power. Many months later, the Mercy Weth began to gain tiny signs of consciousness, but over several hundred years, they eventually became sentient again. But now, they were figures of magic that they originally had tampered with, and have been transformed into these primordials, called the Primordial siblings. What happens next will have to be a future lore dump. If anyone is interested, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe our community will make that one of their goals here in the future. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and tell us what you think about these Primordial siblings, or ask any questions you would like in the comments down below. We'll see you next time.